Hello everyone. I'm Ted. And today we are going to continue with CH16. Incentives and performance-linked compensation. Let's start. Organization-wide incentive plans. Organization-wide incentive plans. Organization-wide incentive plans reward employees on the basis of the success of the organization over a specified time period. These plans seek to promote a culture of ownership by developing a sense of belongingness, cooperation, and teamwork among all employees. There are three basic types of organization-wide incentive plans. A. Profit sharing. Profit sharing is a scheme whereby employers undertake to pay a particular portion of net profits to their employees on compliance with certain service conditions and qualifications. The purpose of introducing profit-sharing schemes has been mainly to strengthen the loyalty of employees to the firm by offering them an annual bonus, over and above normal wages, provided they are on the service rolls of the firm for a definite period. The share of profit of the worker may be given in cash or in the form of shares in the company. These shares are called bonus shares. In India, the share of the worker is governed by the Payment of Bonus Act. Profit sharing. Merits. The idea of sharing the profits inspires the management and the worker to be sincere, devoted, and loyal to the firm. It helps in supplementing the remuneration of workers and enables them to lead a rich life. It is likely to induce motivation in the workers and other staff for quicker and better work so that profits of the firm are increased, which in turn increases the share of worker therein. Workers do not require close supervision, as they are self-motivated to put in extra labor for the prosperity of the firm. It attracts talented people to join the ranks of a firm with a view to share the profits. Demerits. Profits sharing scheme is, in practice, a fair weather plan. Workers may get nothing if the business does not succeed. Management may dress up profit figures and deprive the workers of their legitimate share in profits. Workers tend to develop loyalty toward firm, discounting their loyalty toward trade unions, thus impairing the solidarity of trade unions. Fixation of workers' share in the profits of firm may prove to be a bone of contention in the long run. Profit sharing versus co-partnership. Point of distinction. Sharing of profits. Profit sharing. Workers share profits. Co-partnership. Workers share profits and become co-owners. Sharing of losses. Profit sharing. Workers do not share losses. Co-partnership. Workers share profits as well as losses. Sharing of risks. Profit sharing. Workers do not assume any risk whatsoever. Co-partnership. Workers assume risks and responsibilities. Status of workers. Profit sharing. Workers are entitled to wages only. They remain wage earners forever without any change in their status. Co-partnership. Workers are co-owners. They have a superior status here. Sharing of rewards. Profit sharing. Workers get wages plus share in profits. Co-partnership. Workers get wages, plus share in profits plus enjoy the ownership rights. B. Gain sharing. A gain sharing plan aims at increasing productivity or decreasing labor costs and sharing the resultant gains, usually a lump sum payment, with employees. It is based on a mathematical formula that compares a baseline of performance with actual productivity during a given period. When productivity exceeds the baseline, an agreed upon savings is shared with employees. Gain sharing is built around the idea that involved employees will improve productivity through more effective use of organizational resources. Evaluation. Unlike profit sharing plans which have deferred payments, gain sharing plans are current distribution plans. They are directly related to individual behavior and are distributed on a monthly or quarterly basis. Gain sharing plans tend to increase the level of cooperation across workers and teams by giving them a common goal. Managers are not required to base their calculations on complex mathematical formulae, nor they are required to closely look into the specific contributions of individuals or independent teams. It is easier for both to formulate bonus calculations and to achieve employee acceptance of those plans. Gain sharing plans, however, protect low performers. Where rewards are spread across a large number of employees, poor performers may get rewards for non-performance at the cost of the bright performers. Gain-sharing plans may fail due to other reasons as well. Poorly designed bonus formulae. Lack of management support for employees' participation. Increasing cost factors that undermine the bonus formula. Poor communication. Lack of trust. Apathy on the part of employees. C. Employees' stock ownership plans. Under Employee Stock Option Plan, the eligible employees are allotted company's shares below the market price. The term stock option implies the right of an eligible employee to purchase a certain amount of stock in future at an agreed price. The eligibility criteria may include length of service, contribution to the department division where the employee works, etc. The company may even permit employees to pay the price of the stock allotted to them in installments or even advance money to be from their salary every month. The allotted shares are generally held and transferred to the name of the employee whenever he or she decides to exercise the option. The stock option empowers the employee to participate in the growth of the company as a part owner. It also helps the company to retain talented employees and make them more committed to the job. Employee stock options are welcomed everywhere due to their inbuilt motivating potential. Some of the powerful benefits offered by ESOPs may be cataloged thus. Stock options are a tremendous motivator because they directly link performance to the marketplace. The underlying rationale is to let employees add value to a company and benefit from it on the same terms as any other provider of risk capital. Employees remain loyal and committed to the company. To become part owners, everyone has to stay for a while, contribute their best and then share the resultant gains according to an agreed criteria. Stock options motivate people to give their best to the company because individual performances will translate into share price increases only if it is part of a larger collective effort. By transforming your employee into a stockholder, stock options foster a long-term bond between the employee and the company. Employees begin to look at themselves as real owners in place of just paid servants of a company. ESOPs give employees a piece of the action so that they can share in the growth and profitability of their company. Everyone also loves the concept of employee ownership as a kind of people's capitalism. ESOPs underscore the importance of team effort among employees. Better industrial relations, reduced employee turnover, lesser supervision, increased dividend income, etc., are other incidental benefits. ESOPs have their critics as well who attack the method on the following grounds. Only profitable companies can use the tool. Stock prices do not always reflect fundamentals. Falling share price could mean losses for employees. The inability to cash in quickly can dampen interest. Lack of transparency can earn accusations of favoritism. Employees sharing the platform with owners, evidently, can be a disadvantage because they may feel forced to join, thus placing their financial future at great risk, e.g., employees who opted for ESOPs during the software boom in the late 90s have suffered huge losses when stock prices crashed subsequently. Another drawback is that ESOPs could be used by managements to fend off unfriendly takeover attempts. Holders of stock options often align with management to down bids that would benefit outside shareholders but would replace and restructure operations. Surely, ESOPs are not meant to entrench inefficient management. Despite these disadvantages, ESOPs have grown in popularity in recent times. Moving next. Pay-for-performance systems. Pay-for-performance systems. There are 4 pay-for-performance approaches that are currently being put to use, namely: merit pay. Merit pay consists of an increase in base pay, normally granted once a year based on supervisory ratings of employee performance, whether below expectations, achieved expectations, exceeded expectations, far exceeded expectations, etc. Once a merit pay increase is given to an employee, it remains a part of that employee's base salary for the rest of his tenure with the firm. In other words, even when the employee fails to live up to expectations subsequently, the organization has no option to cut the pay. Of course, recognizing individual merit this way and granting pay increases may divide employees into first-class and second-class citizens. Questions of how objectively the performance has been evaluated, how fairly the criteria have been set, and those who miss the targets by a thin margin, etc. would always arise. Rewarding the best performers with praise, recognition, and reward may cause serious heartburn among those who have not been able to run the race in a competitive manner. The employer-employee relationship assumes a mercenary dimension, bulldozing poor performers at every stage. The organization becomes cold and transactional rather than warm and relationship-oriented. It affects workforce camaraderie, and undoubtedly kills the morale of a large majority of employees who lag behind in the race. The single-minded focus on performance, of course, helps the organization to clear off the dead wood and remain highly competitive. Advantages. Performance that is rewarded is likely to be repeated. A pay incentive plan can help make employees' behavior consistent with organization's goals. High performers get due recognition and encourage others to follow the glorious example set by them. Personal accomplishments and contributions set the benchmark for others to participate in a competitive race and win if they can, all in a fair. Disadvantages. Linking financial rewards to the achievement of goals may lead to a narrow focus and the avoidance of tasks whose goals cannot be set easily or because accomplishments cannot be measured properly. Employees do not normally believe that pay and performance are linked. Individual pay plans may work against achieving quality goals, especially where teamwork and team spirit may be required. Supervisory ratings are open to doubt and are increasingly questioned. Variable pay. Variable pay refers to cash incentives and year-end bonuses granted to high performers based on their extraordinary contributions to the organization related to a specific period. Companies like Boeing, Timex, and Westinghouse, most retailers in India including Shoppers Stop, Pantaloon Retail, and companies like Philips India use this plan, have been using variable pay plans wherein employees get a single lump sum increase at the time of their review, an increase that is not added to their base salary. Since the link between pay and performance is direct, employees work for getting a fair share of the cake. Since the base pay of employees remains unaffected, the organization can keep labor costs under control. If base pay increases, other benefits like insurance, retirement benefits calculated on the base pay also need to be raised. A portion of employees' compensation is always at risk with variable pay plans because when the performance suffers, the rewards would get reduced accordingly. Skill-based pay. Skill-based pay is a reward plan that pays employees on the basis of their work-related skills that they possess, instead of linking rewards to performance. The employee in question would receive the same pay regardless of the different types of jobs that he/she may have handled during a particular period. The message here is fairly simple and direct: you acquire more skills and get rewarded accordingly. Tangible and intangible rewards greet employees who improve their skill sets, in sync with changes in technology and external environment. Companies such as 3M, Motorola, TRW, Xerox, GE, and HP have always put the skill-based pay plans in place so as to motivate their employees to acquire skills that help the employees to remain relevant and useful in a rapidly changing technological world. The employee is put on a skill acquisition journey which is both rewarding and exciting. This is exciting because he/she begins to learn new and improved ways of doing things. Since the employee gets paid for this, he/she does not intend to stop this explorative journey. Without any external pressure, thus, the employee converts himself/herself into an invaluable asset for the organization over a period of time. This approach, of course, requires the organization to place a lot of emphasis on training and job rotation. Competency-based pay. Competency-based pay plan is a reward plan that pays for the employee's range, depth, and types of skills and knowledge, rather than for the job title that he/she holds. Employees get paid for what they bring to the job, including their personality traits, attitudes, motives, etc., and what they are capable of doing. If not immediately, in future. According to Brown and Armstrong, competency-based pay can be defined as paying for the development and application of essential skill behaviors and actions which support high levels of individual, team and organizational performance. Stated precisely, a competency is an underlying characteristic of a person or organization which enables to deliver performance in a given job, role, or a situation. Competencies can be broadly classified into three categories, namely: organizational competencies, such as outstanding customer service, excellent product capabilities, superior innovation processes, etc. Job-related competencies, ability to carry out assigned activities effectively. Personal competencies, such as job-related skills, knowledge, and experience. Evaluation. Competency-based pay encourages employees to give their best, to live up to their potential and deliver far superior results in order to stay ahead of competition and earn rewards. The tangible, measurable benefits of excellent performance compel them to remain relevant and stay focused on what they can achieve. It is a people-focused plan that separates the outstanding employees from the ordinary ones and the meritorious players from the mediocre ones. As employees begin to equip themselves with more organizationally relevant skills through constant training and developmental initiatives undertaken by the organization, they become more valuable to an organization. Of course, the system is not without critics. Identifying competencies, their proficiency levels, and assessing employee competencies from time to time would demand considerable amount of managerial attention, time, and commitment. Many a time, an organization might be forced to pay employees for knowledge and skills they possess but not put into practice. The linkage between competency learning and pay increases need to be highlighted constantly. It all depends on how employees ultimately evaluate the effort-reward relationship. If competency development is viewed as something not related to increases in pay, employees may not be enthusiastic about learning new competencies. It is therefore not surprising to find that in the recent times, competency-based pay has become the focus of much heated debate in corporate as well as academic circles. While its advocates assert that it achieves precisely measurable benefits, its opponents argue that it tends to lead to unfair, invalid, and discriminatory outcomes. Among companies that have implemented competency-based pay, there is evidence that the failure rate is relatively high. Moving next. Pay for performance systems, the plus and minus side. Pay for performance systems, the plus and minus side. One important advantage of incentive plans is that they motivate employees to show superior performance. Employees are induced to produce more and earn more. Increased earnings would help employees to improve their standard of living. The other benefits of incentive plans are better utilization of equipment, reduced supervision, reduced scrap, reduced lost time, reduced absenteeism, and turnover. All these would, in the end, result in the reduction of total as well as unit cost of production. The research evidence regarding the impact of incentive plans on individual as well as organizational performance is somewhat mixed. In an attempt to produce more, employees may sacrifice quality, put resources to extravagant use and rush up everything, leading to increased accidents. Employees often have inflated ideas about their performance levels, which translate to unrealistic expectations about rewards as well. When they fail to receive appropriate performance ratings, they do not hesitate to turn the tables against management. In the end, many employees may feel that their rewards are not closely linked to their performance. Again, many PFP systems have failed because the performance measure that was rewarded was not related to the performance objectives of the entire organization as a whole and to those aspects of performance that were most important to the organization. Again, PFP systems can be expensive to develop and maintain. The cost of establishing standards, rates, outlining a set of procedures to be followed at various levels, etc. may be quite prohibitive. Moving next. Meeting the pay for performance challenges. Meeting the pay for performance challenges. Pay for performance systems are capable of delivering results if managers pay attention to the following things. Link pay and performance appropriately. Build employee trust. Promote the belief that performance makes a difference. Use multiple layers of rewards. Increase employee involvement. Stress the importance of ethical behavior. Focus attention on non-financial incentives as well. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. This video is brought to you by Bookstune. Like this video to encourage us. Share this video to spread the knowledge. And subscribe to this channel for latest update.